Yo, what's good? Mi gente, my people. Welcome back to another episode of Kryptonic Taino. And today we're gonna do what we always do. We're gonna talk about my favorite meme coin community, GME on Solana. We're gonna talk GameStop. We're gonna talk about how GME on Solana is the number one crypto community pushing and amplifying the GameStop short squeeze movement, the number one meme coin community for all those who believe in the GameStop short squeeze thesis. Let's jump right in. I got an awesome kind of lineup of some things I want to talk about with you all. And I want to start off first by giving you all an update into my portfolio when it comes to GameStop, the stock, and GME, the meme coin token. So here it is, a breakdown. It's my first time revealing my positions, exact totals of where I'm at on both the coin and the stock. As far as GME on Solana, 1.88 million tokens is where my current position is. That makes up 55% of my GME portfolio value. And then I have 70 shares of GME stock as of today. And I began my journey with actually becoming invested financially in the GME thesis and narrative since January of this year. So we are now in September, 9 months in, and through focused dollar cost averaging, I've been able to work up the positions that I have. Small buys over 9 months, getting me to this position. And I'm excited to talk to you more about why I feel the GME on Solana community is by far best positioned to capture uh, the the essence, the meme power of GME tokenized on the blockchain. And I'm going to talk a little bit more about this. But let's jump right in. I want to give y'all some quick updates. We're going to start first with the stock. I want to talk first about the stock, y'all. We're really, really pumped about the Push Start Arcade. And we want to start off with the stock because we can't talk about GME on Solana and how strategically positioned it is to dominate in the meme coin scene without shedding light on the stock, because the stock powers the coin. The coin, what we've done is that the GME coin has tokenized the meme power of GameStop and has tokenized the community of GameStop on Solana and has created a space for crypto investors, meme coin investors, to have to be part of the GameStop movement within the crypto space, in the meme coin space. Um, and we cannot capture meme power and we cannot grow community if the stock isn't flourishing. That's why we say we like the stock and we like the coin. And so we want to start off by amplifying what is happening in GameStop. And the Push Start Arcade, I just want to kick off with their recently on September 17th, they posted this post that you can see right here where they have had, they announced their biggest Pokemon pull from the power packs. And look at this. We have a grade 9. It's not even a grade 10. 2003 Charizard, um, and it was resold. Oh, the market value is $14,253, and it was a $1,000 diamond pack buy. So you're talking about a 13,000% return for whoever bought that diamond pack. And this is just incredible. This is just beta. And this is a closed beta with only a limited amount of GameStop users having access to push start. And this is why we're very excited, because can you imagine with just that kind of, with all of that power and potential. You talk about, casino culture. There's this sense that, hey, any pack you buy can pull major returns. Can you imagine when it becomes public and now it's open to everyone to have a GameStop Power Pack account, and all the amounts of Power Packs that are going to be opened each week by the common consumer? It's going to be insane. When word gets out to the general public that people are popping diamond packs at and getting $14,000 cards out, man, it's going to be absolutely bonkers. I think this is going to drive tons of more revenue to GameStop, and this is exciting because um, as GameStop continues to grow and the success of Power Packs continue to grow, this is going to start setting the stage for what I'm talking about. Setting up that meme power to be tokenized and leveraged in crypto, and the GME on Solana community being best positioned for it. All right. So let's go on in, and I want to go to GME on Solana. Let's go to their page, to our page. I am now part of the team, the GME Solana team. I help and create memes. I help with X Spaces and just creating content that we push out every week. You could see 5,132 followers as of today. Please note, everyone, that there used to be 40,000 followers for their account before it was hacked and they had to restart it. But I want to turn your attention to a couple of things. Actually, I want to give you this insight into a community poll that was taken a couple of weeks ago. We never really reported out on this, but I wanted to showcase the community poll. And in this community poll, we polled about 60 people. And I'm trying to get to it here. Oh, there it goes. 59 votes for this vote, where we polled some of our more engaged community members on Telegram and on our X communities. And out of the 59 votes, we were voting on how many of you own the coin and how many of you own the GME stock. And you could see that 56% of our engaged participants said that they own both the stock and the coin. I think it says a lot about this community. Some folks really might get a misunderstanding or misconception of what our motives are and what our purpose or what the purpose of the coin is. Look, we are here to amplify the stock. We are here to amplify the GameStop movement. And what's beautiful is that GME Solana, we become a bridge. And so if you're on crypto, we can onboard you to GameStop through the token, and then through your experience with us, learning about the GameStop short squeeze history and the current progress being made, can onboard you to become a shareholder, and vice versa. If you're coming from the stock side and you're a shareholder and you're starting to make that transition into crypto and specifically into meme coins, we can onboard that particular type of investor to say, hey, you can bridge and enter into meme coin space investment using the same GameStop thesis that you believe in on the investment of the stock side, which is a powerful, powerful thing, because meme coin investing is all about investing in community, investing in people, and investing in the power of the meme that's driving the token. All right, and this is where I really want to kind of start getting into, is to talking about the power of the meme behind GameStop. Um, you see, what we do at GME and Solana is like we're creating memes all the time. A meme coin is only as good as the power of the memes that you could produce week in and week out, day in and day out. And what makes a strong meme coin uh, is a coin that has a meme narrative that has longevity, and not every meme coin has that longevity. There are a lot of meme coins that are built around a meme that are temporary. Some last one day, some last a week, some last months. But you see, the GameStop narrative and the meme power behind it it's not going anywhere. A year from now, GameStop memes will still be happening, still be powerful, even more amplified the the company continues to grow. And this is an incredible opportunity. I want to show you something, and turn to Murad here. Must stop Murad, and I, in my videos I do come to him often, but what I've noticed, I want to show you a post from today, September 21st, is that he is now more often referring to GameStop in his posts. Not GME on Solana, but he's referring to GameStop. And I want to show you this post. This is what he's saying. Look at what he says here. He says compliance assets versus resistance assets. The right side is where all the great wealth will be made. You must think outside the box and be on the right side of history. So look at what he has here all the way. I'm going to amplify this. He has all the different types of investments from the left going to the right extreme, being Bitcoin. SPX, we'll talk a little bit about that. The left side being fiat, the American dollar, going down, and then stronger investments being made as you pull in through here. And you'll see crypto, you'll see some NFTs, and then you'll see gold, silver, and then he has GameStop right there. And this is something that he's been referencing GameStop, but now he's starting to insert GameStop more into his visuals and being more explicit about it, and acknowledging that right now at the moment, GameStop itself is a major player in the financial markets. He is acknowledging that it's not just a 2021 it's not part of history. It's actually happening right now. It's still a thing. It's not way back of something, a short squeeze fluke that happened in 2021. That no, GameStop is a legitimate investment right now, and it's positioned to be one of the greatest investments someone can make right now. But I do want to talk about, look at that, SPX. He has it right there with Bitcoin. And this is where I think he's a little bit stretched with SPX. I invest in SPX. I bought SPX coins before I bought GME Solana coins as I was going about my journey. But I'm starting to, learn a lot, and I've now more invested in GME on Solana. But I want to talk about a point here before anything. You're going to hear this a lot when you're going into meme coins, is that you want to invest in cults. That the cult coins are going to be the best buys for the meme super cycle when it comes to meme coins. And I'm starting to come into a little bit of a disagreement. And I'll tell you why. Because when you look at the modern definition of what a cult is, when you think about the imagery and the sentiment around a cult, it's a negative thing. Cults are, they have following. Yes, they have belief and they have conviction, But cults, as we normally understand it, is a negative thing. Cults normally don't end well. They might start with some momentum. They might have deep conviction. When you might talk to them, they might have community. But when you start going down the history books, cults usually have a negative connotation to it. And here's a quick definition about cults that I pulled from ChatGPT. It says, in modern culture, cult often carries a negative connotation describing groups that demand excessive devotion or obedience to a leader, use manipulative or coercive practices to control members, isolate members from the outside, enforce rigid conformity, and punish questioning or dissent. Okay, obviously this is super extreme. I'm not saying that the SPX community is any of that, but what I am saying is cults usually there's something about it that is false, is a false claim. Now, with SPX 6900, their goal is to flip the stock market. Okay. Now, let's just be real. They're not going to flip the stock market. The entire crypto market might be able to flip the stock market, but not one token, especially the SPX, is going to flip the stock market. That's not going to happen. That is true. It's an ideal that will never be realized, yet they're claiming that that's their goal. And so they've set an unachievable goal. And they know it. They know it, but yet they're using that to their to show that their deep conviction is like, hey, we're gonna shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars. One of those types of things. You see, GameStop's not a cult, because I believe the GameStop thesis is not built around an unachievable thesis, where the GameStop short squeeze movement has actually realistic application, and the scenario can indeed play out in today's financial markets, especially even now, coming off the most recent earnings report. GameStop's earnings report showing that they have a strong balance sheet. They're now a profitable organization, business, with a developing digital marketplace that it's in its infancy stage. They're profitable now as a retail brick and mortar doing physical collectible PSA grading and collectible of cards, and retail buys and hardware buys, and they're profitable now, showing record profits, earnings per share skyrocketing now. I think it was at 25 cents per share when they were 4 cents per share just last year. They are on an up and to the right trajectory. And to see GameStop being positioned for a real short squeeze, and GameStop being right now at $26 per share, they're on a trajectory to enter the S&P 500. That's real. They're going to hit that criteria. And then by next year, we could be looking at a stock price that's well over $100, and that's just the beginning. Okay? The GameStop thesis is a movement. A movement is based on things that are more real, ideals that are more real, ideals that can be that feel achievable. Movements just have they're more grounded in reality as opposed to cults. And that's why I'm okay with saying that GME on Solana is a movement coin as opposed to a cult coin. We are deep in our conviction, but we are part of a movement that is on the verge of a realization that is achievable. And that's why I'm so convicted that GME on Solana is going to be absolutely crushing it. because as GameStop begins to make its push, and it goes to $100 per stock, $150 per stock, $200 per stock, this is going to have major implications in the overall sentiment around GameStop, start drawing retail investors in, just like it was in 2021. And in 2021, we didn't have the meme power tokenized the way we do right now for the people on the Solana blockchain. So when 2021 does repeat itself, the missing element back then was a layer one blockchain that made it accessible for the average person to invest in a meme coin that can capture the overall sentiment movement, the meme power, community power, tokenized on the blockchain. That didn't exist in 2021. And now what will happen when the next squeeze come is that the stock is going to rise and the tokenized meme and community is going to rise with it. And I'll just tell you right now, GME on Solana is the #1 meme coin community. Just go on the X channel, go and visit their X, follow us, see how we operate, join our Telegram, join our X spaces, see what we do, and then go visit all the other derivatives of GameStop. There are a lot of GameStop folks, coins out there, and 99% of the other coins are garbage, trash. All right, there might be one or two that are solid, and are actually run by good people. They're not trying to manipulate folks. Okay, but GME on Solana has the best tokenomics. You could go run it on a bubble map scan. You could look at the wallet distribution, almost 50,000 holders, and no crazy clustered wallets that are interconnected, dominating and owning too much of the supply. So I want to just encourage you to do your homework on this and look into it. Whew, where we're at. Where am I going to go now? I just want to end with one more thing about GME on Solana. GME Solana, we just wrapped up doing our community digital art series called the Solana City Series. And this is a series where we take community members who have changed their X account PFPs, their profile pictures, and they've put on the red headband, they've put on the yellow background, which is the staple of the Solana GME Solana community. They're liking art and they're reposting, they're creating memes, and we're just recognizing community members by creating digital art using their avatars in part of the digital art. So right now we've done 4 digital art pieces. And you can see here, I'm just gonna show you this one. Pop this one up. This is Solana City. We got Sir Quackenberg, Manifestus, and Abyss. This is called the Cloak Moas Vanguard. And then you'll see, and you'll scroll down, you'll see some more digital art pieces. We have the Guardians of the Endgame Clock Tower. And that's just shout out to, I believe we're pronouncing it Addison, Up Only GME, and also Jason Robinson. What we do, we take in their avatars and making digital art, and recognizing them and creating a fictional story around a future, a GME centered future, which with some kind of like crypto punk kind of science fiction, which is pretty funny, pretty cool. We did also this one, the Underground Signal Sentinels. Shout out to Cal Revin, that's represented here, Major Laz, that's represented here, and Roaring Cody, that's represented here. And then finally, I think we have this one. This was our first one, the Rooftop Katana Rebels. We got Ringo, Gas Mask Pete, and Buck Toshi which we're honoring and recognizing their efforts. I just want to give a big shout out to everyone that's pushing. You're involved in the trenches with meme warfare. You're liking, you're posting, you're commenting, you're creating memes, and bull posting, and letting folks know that we got a thriving community here. And so I just want to invite everyone, go ahead, check out GME on Solana. It's a thriving community. We're just getting started. We're just getting started. Look, you can invest in this meme coin, put your head down and go to sleep. It's not like investing in pump fund in the trenches, man. When I was investing there, I couldn't sleep. I was waking up every 30 minutes because I felt like I had to watch my chart and avoid a rug pull. Forget about the rug pulls. Invest in a strong movement. No greater movement right now in the financial markets than the GameStop movement. It's real. GME on Solana. We're capturing the meme power. We're capturing the community power tokenized on Solana. And this is the one. Can't stop, won't stop. Take care until the next one.